It is your first day at a new job. You are ready. You are prepared. You are going to work harder than anyone in that building. And that is exactly the mistake that will cost you everything. Here is what nobody tells you when you start somewhere new. Your first 90 days do not just shape your reputation. They set your ceiling. Not your ceiling for this month. Your ceiling for the next 3 to 5 years at that company. The perception people form about you in those first 3 months becomes the permanent lens through which every idea you share, every mistake you make, and every achievement you deliver gets judged from that point forward. And the terrifying part is this. Most people have no idea the ceiling is being set while it is happening. Today I am going to show you exactly what is really happening in those first 90 days and the 5 moves that the fastest rising professionals make while everyone else is simply trying to survive the first week. Meet Priya and Daniel, same company, same role, same first day, same starting salary. Priya decided she was going to prove herself through sheer hard work. She arrived early every day. She stayed late every evening. She said yes to every request. She delivered everything perfectly and on time. She gave everything to that job. At the 90-day mark, Priya was still considered the reliable new person, competent, dependable. But somehow never quite in the room when it mattered. Daniel was already being invited into conversations that most people waited 2 years to be part of. Same start date, same effort, completely different ceilings. And it all came down to 5 things. Daniel understood that Priya did not. Here are the 5 moves. None of them are what you were taught. Move 1, observe. Before you perform. Every new employee feels the pressure to demonstrate value immediately, to speak up, to share ideas, to show what they know. The professionals who rise fastest resist this pressure completely in the first 30 days. They watch, they listen, they ask questions that show genuine curiosity rather than a desire to impress. Because the person who truly understands the room before they speak always lands with more authority than the person who spoke first, but understood least. Spend your first 30 days becoming the most informed person in the room. Then speak from that position. Move 2, win fast and win visibly. In your first 30 days, find one specific problem that your team has been living with. Something real. Something that matters. Something you can actually solve. Solve it. Then communicate the result clearly to your manager and to the relevant people. This single move permanently separates you from every other new employee in the organization because you stop being someone getting up to speed and become someone who creates value from day one. That reputation compounds every single week after that. Move 3. Learn the unofficial power map. Every organization has 2 structures, the one on the org chart and the real one. The real one is invisible, but you can see it if you know what to look for. Watch who people look to in meetings before they respond to a question, even when that person is not the most senior in the room. Watch who gets consulted in quiet. Conversations before important decisions. Watch whose opinion shifts the entire direction of a discussion. Those people are your real map. Build genuine relationships with them early, and your access to opportunity increases dramatically. Move 4. Manage upward from week 1. Do not wait for your manager to check in with you. Instead, send your manager a brief, structured update every single Friday. 3 things you completed this week, 1 thing you learned, 1 thing you need guidance on. This makes you consistently visible without being pushy. It builds a documented record of your progress, and it signals that you are someone who takes ownership rather than someone who waits to be managed. Move 5. Brand yourself before others brand you. Your reputation in a new organization begins forming before you have even learned most people's names. The energy you bring into the building. whether you engage or retreat, whether you seem calm and grounded or eager and uncertain. These signals are being read and interpreted by everyone around you from day one, and they harden into fixed perceptions faster than you think. Be intentional. Decide who you are in this new environment and express that consistently from the very first morning. Here is the insight that makes everything else make sense. Most people enter a new job in performance mode. They are trying to look competent, look impressive, look like they already belong, and performance mode is exhausting, and it is visible, and it makes you look less confident, not more. The people who rise fastest enter a new job in positioning mode. They are not performing. They are studying. They are learning the real environment. They are identifying where they can add genuine value. They are building relationships based on real interest in other people rather than a desperate need to be liked. Performance gets you through probation. Positioning gets you into the room where the real decisions happen. Priya was performing every single day. Daniel was positioning every single day, and that one difference decided everything. Your first 90 days at a new job will pass whether you use them wisely or not. The difference between the people who set a high ceiling and the people who spend years trying to break through a low one almost always comes down to awareness. The ceiling you set in your first 90 days is the ceiling you will fight for years to break if you get it wrong. So get it right from day one. Observe first, win early, map the power. Manage upward. Brand yourself intentionally. 5 moves. 90 days. A completely different career. Now tell me in the comments, what is the one thing you wish someone had told you before you started your last job? I will read every single reply. Subscribe to the Career Algorithm. Share this with someone starting a new job right now.